Have you noticed that as you get older, you have to hold your phone farther away just to read the words? Road signs start to look blurrier. You need more light to read a book. And maybe a few years ago, you only needed a light pair of glasses. But now, every time you go for an eye exam, your doctor tells you that your prescription needs to be a little stronger. Many people over 60 believe that this is just a normal part of aging. But the worrying part is not just that your eyes are getting weaker. The real concern is that many people do not realize their daily habits may be making their vision decline much faster. Not moving enough, not getting enough sleep, spending too much time on the phone, eating too much sugar, living with constant stress, high blood pressure, high blood sugar. All of these things can quietly damage your eyes every single day without you even realizing it. Today, more than 80% of adults over 60 have at least one vision problem. But most people simply assume they need stronger glasses instead of looking into the real reason their eyesight keeps getting worse. And this is the most important part. Your eyes are not just about your eyes. They are connected to your brain, blood circulation, nerves, sleep, diet, and the way you live every day. That is why some people in their 70s can still read, drive, and see clearly, while others in their early 60s already depend on their glasses almost all day long. In this video, I'm going to share the reasons vision tends to decline faster after 60, the best foods to nourish your eyes, the habits that may be silently damaging your eyesight, and a few simple exercises that only take a few minutes a day but can help your eyes feel less tired, focus better, and see more clearly. Because how fast your eyes age does not depend entirely on age itself. When people think about blurry vision, most immediately blame age. And it is true that as we get older, every part of the body changes over time. But age is not the only reason. Your eyes do not work alone. To see clearly, many different systems have to work together at the same time. Your brain has to process images quickly. The small muscles around your eyes have to stay flexible, your nerves have to send signals properly, and the tiny blood vessels behind your eyes have to deliver enough oxygen and nutrients to the retina. If even one of these systems starts to slow down, your vision can begin to suffer. Have you ever noticed that your eyes often seem worse at the end of the day? In the morning, you may still read fairly clearly, but by late afternoon or evening, the words start to blur. Your eyes get tired more quickly, they water more easily, and you find yourself squinting more often. That does not necessarily mean your eyes are simply wearing out. In many cases, it is because your body is tired, your brain is overloaded, your circulation is not as good, or your eyes have been working nonstop for too long without a break. When you do not get enough sleep, your eyes often have a harder time focusing. When you are stressed, your pupils tend to stay more dilated, which can make images look blurrier and harder to focus on. When blood sugar or blood pressure stays high for a long time, the tiny blood vessels in the back of the eyes can slowly become damaged. And when you sit too much, do not move enough, or spend hours looking down at your phone or television, blood flow to your neck, brain, and eyes is no longer as good as it used to be. That is why some older adults still have excellent vision. They sleep better, eat healthier, stay active, and do not let their bodies remain in a constant state of stress. Meanwhile, some people in their early 60s see their vision decline very quickly after years of poor sleep, too much sugar, not enough movement, and too much screen time. The most important thing to remember is this: your vision does not weaken simply because you are getting older. It is often the result of many small habits repeated every single day. One of the biggest mistakes many people over 60 make is believing that weak eyesight only means seeing very blurry. In reality, your eyes often send warning signs much earlier. We just tend to ignore them because we think they are normal. One of the most common early signs is needing more light to read. In the past, you may have been able to sit in the corner of a room and read the newspaper just fine. But now, you need to turn on another lamp, open the curtains, or move closer to the window just to see the words clearly. Another sign is that small print becomes harder and harder to read. medicine labels, text messages, bills, instructions. All of them may force you to hold them farther away or squint just to make out the words. Many people also notice that they can still see fairly well during the day, but struggle more when driving at night. Headlights from oncoming cars seem brighter. Road signs are harder to see. Your eyes take longer to adjust when moving from a bright area into a darker one. If this happens often, it could be a sign that your eyes are slowly losing their ability to adapt to changes in light. Another warning sign that many people overlook is that their eyes get tired much more quickly than before. You may watch TV for 20 or 30 minutes and already feel like closing your eyes for a break. You may read for a while and start to feel pressure around your eyes, tension in your forehead, or a mild headache. Some people also notice dry eyes, burning, watery eyes, or even the feeling that something is stuck in the eye when there is nothing there. And eventually, you may find yourself needing new glasses more often. Maybe a year or two ago, your current prescription was good enough, but now it no longer feels clear. You get stronger glasses, but after a short time, things start to look blurry again. That is when you should stop and ask yourself, are your eyes simply aging normally? Or are they getting weaker faster because of something you have not noticed yet? Because if you already have 2 or 3 of these signs, there is a good chance your eyes need more care right now before your vision declines even faster over the next few years. Many people think their vision gets worse simply because they are getting older. But in reality, there are silent culprits that can make eyesight decline much faster, and most people never notice them. The first culprit is high blood sugar. Even if you do not have diabetes, regularly having blood sugar levels that are higher than normal can start to damage the tiny blood vessels in the back of the eyes. The retina is the part of the eye that receives images. But to do its job, it relies on a network of very small blood vessels to deliver oxygen and nutrients to every cell. When blood sugar stays high for long periods of time, these blood vessels can become weak, leak, or stop working as efficiently. That is why many people with prediabetes complain that their vision comes and goes, especially after eating too many carbs or sugary foods. The second culprit is high blood pressure. Many older adults live with high blood pressure for years without realizing that it can also affect their eyes. High blood pressure increases the pressure on the tiny blood vessels inside the eyes. Over time, the walls of these vessels can become thicker, stiffer, or narrower, which reduces healthy blood flow. When that happens, the eyes do not get the nourishment they need, and you may notice more blurry vision, more dizziness, or more headaches. The third culprit is poor sleep and long-term stress. Have you ever noticed that after a bad night of sleep, your eyes seem blurrier, heavier, and harder to focus? When your body does not get enough sleep, your eyes do not have enough time to recover. The muscles around your eyes become more tired, your eyes dry out more easily, and your brain processes images more slowly. And when you live with ongoing stress and worry, your body produces more stress hormones. That can make it harder for your eyes to focus, increase eye strain, and make your vision feel worse by the end of the day. The fourth culprit is phones, television, and screens. When we stare at screens for too long, we blink much less often. That causes the eyes to become dry, irritated, and tired more quickly. Especially at night, the blue light from phones and TVs does not just strain the eyes. It can also affect sleep, and when sleep suffers, the eyes have an even harder time recovering the next day. The final culprit is lack of movement and poor posture. If you sit too much, spend long periods looking down, or do not move enough, your neck and shoulders often become tight and stiff. That can reduce blood flow to the brain and eyes. Many people do not realize that simply sitting hunched over for hours in front of a TV or phone is enough to make the eyes feel more tired, the head feel heavier, and vision feel less sharp. So before you assume you only need stronger glasses, ask yourself, could one of these hidden culprits be weakening your eyes a little more every day? If you want to keep your eyes healthy and clear for longer, the first thing to remember is that your eyes need nourishment just like your heart, brain, bones, and joints do. And surprisingly, some everyday foods in your kitchen may protect your vision much more than you realize. One of the most important food groups is dark leafy greens. Foods like spinach, kale, broccoli, collard greens, and Swiss chard are packed with lutein and zeaxanthin. These are two antioxidants that are highly concentrated in the retina and macula of the eye. You can think of them like a natural pair of sunglasses that help protect your eyes from bright light and the harmful effects of blue light from phones, TVs, and computers. Many older adults simply do not eat enough greens, and that is one reason their eyesight may decline faster over time. The next important food is eggs, especially the yolk. Many people avoid egg yolks because they worry about cholesterol, but the yolk actually contains lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin A, and healthy fats that help your body absorb these nutrients more easily. Just eating a few eggs each week can provide real benefits for your eyes, especially if you often struggle with dry eyes or blurry vision by the end of the day. The third important group is fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and herring are rich in omega-3s, especially DHA. This is a type of fat that is extremely important for the retina and nervous system. Many people over 60 complain that their eyes feel dry, irritated, or not as sharp as they used to be. Part of that may be due to not getting enough omega-3s over the years. If you do not eat fish often, try adding it to your meals at least twice a week. Next are berries like blueberries, blackberries, cherries, and raspberries. These fruits are rich in antioxidants that help protect the tiny blood vessels in the eyes. They also support better circulation and may help reduce eye fatigue, especially in people who spend a lot of time reading, watching TV, or using their phones. Another very important group of foods is anything rich in vitamin A and zinc. Beef liver, pumpkin seeds, lean red meat, beans, and certain types of seafood can all help your body make the compounds it needs to see more clearly in low light. If driving at night has become harder or it takes your eyes longer to adjust when you walk into a dark room, your body may be lacking some of these nutrients. The important thing is not to eat huge amounts of one specific food. The real goal is to include more eye-friendly foods in your meals every day, because every meal does not just feed your body, it also feeds the eyes you will rely on for the rest of your life. Besides eating better, your eyes also need proper rest and movement every day. The good news is that you do not need to do anything complicated. Just a few small habits done consistently can make a big difference in how your eyes feel. The first habit is following the 20-20-20 rule. If you spend a lot of time watching TV, reading, using your phone, or sitting in front of a computer, try this. Every 20 minutes, look at something about 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. This helps relax the muscles in your eyes, reduces strain, and keeps your eyes from focusing on close-up objects for too long. The second habit is blinking more intentionally. When people stare at screens or focus while reading, they often blink much less than normal without even realizing it. That can leave the eyes feeling dry, irritated, and blurrier. Every hour, take a few seconds to close your eyes and blink slowly 5 to 10 times. When you blink, keep your eyes closed for a little longer instead of opening them immediately. It sounds simple, but this can help keep your eyes lubricated and noticeably reduce eye strain. The third habit is switching between near and far focus. You can hold up your finger or a small object in front of you, look at it for a few seconds, and then shift your focus to something farther away, like a window, a tree, or a wall across the room. Repeat this for about 1 to 2 minutes. This exercise helps keep the eye muscles more flexible, especially if you notice your eyes struggling to adjust between near and far distances. The final habit is walking outside. Many people think walking is only good for the heart or joints, but it is also very good for your eyes. Natural light is easier on the eyes than indoor artificial lighting. At the same time, gentle movement improves blood flow to the brain, neck, and eyes. Just walking for about 15 to 20 minutes a day can help your eyes feel more relaxed, keep your mind clearer, and even help you sleep better at night. Sometimes what weakens your eyes is not what you have failed to do. It is the bad habits you repeat every day without realizing it. One of the most common habits is reading or using your phone in a room that is too dark. Many people think turning up the screen brightness is enough. But when the room around you is very dark, your eyes have to work harder to adjust between the bright screen and the darkness around it. Over time, that can make your eyes tire more quickly, feel drier, and lead to more headaches. Another habit many people have every night is lying in bed and looking at their phone before going to sleep. You may think you are only going to look for a few minutes, but in reality, a few minutes often turns into 30 minutes or even an hour. The blue light from the screen does not just strain your eyes, it also tricks your brain into thinking it is still daytime. That can make it harder to fall asleep, harder to sleep deeply, and leave your eyes feeling blurry, heavy, and tired the next morning. Another problem is eating too much sugar and too many processed foods. Soft drinks, candy, white bread, fast food, and packaged snacks can raise your blood sugar much faster than you think. When that happens over and over again for years, the tiny blood vessels in your eyes become more likely to get damaged. Smoking is also one of the worst things you can do for your eyes. Cigarette smoke reduces the amount of oxygen that reaches the retina, increases oxidative stress, and raises the risk of macular degeneration, cataracts, and many other vision problems. Another common mistake is waiting until your vision becomes very blurry before getting an eye exam. That is a big mistake. Many eye problems develop slowly and cause almost no pain in the early stages. By the time you notice them, there may already be significant damage. And finally, do not assume that getting stronger glasses will solve the problem. Glasses can help you see more clearly, but they do not address the real reason your eyesight keeps getting worse. If you do not change the habits that are damaging your eyes every day, your vision may continue to decline faster over time, no matter how often you update your prescription. If there is one thing you should remember most after watching this video, it is this. Your eyes do not age just because of time. They age based on the way you live every day, every unhealthy meal, every night of poor sleep, every hour spent staring at your phone for too long, every day without enough movement. All of these things quietly leave their mark on your eyes, but the wonderful thing is that the opposite is true as well. Every extra few minutes you spend walking, every meal that includes more greens, fatty fish, or eye-friendly foods, every time you give your eyes the rest they need. These are all small investments in your future vision. You cannot turn back time, but you absolutely can slow down the rate at which your eyes age, and sometimes the smallest changes repeated every day can create a much bigger difference than you might expect, because keeping your eyes healthy is not just about seeing more clearly. It is also about protecting your independence, your confidence, and your quality of life for many years to come. After 60, many people believe that blurry vision is simply unavoidable. But the truth is, your eyes are deeply affected by the way you eat, rest, move, and take care of yourself every day. If you get better sleep, manage your blood sugar more carefully, eat more eye-friendly foods, and give your eyes proper rest, you can keep your vision clearer and healthier for much longer. You may not get back the eyesight you had at 20, but you can slow down the decline. You can reduce eye strain. You can see more clearly when reading, watching TV, or driving at night. And, most importantly, you can keep your independence and confidence for much longer. So, over the next 14 days, I want you to try doing these 4 simple things every day. Eat at least one food that supports eye health, such as leafy greens, eggs, or fatty fish. Follow the 20-20-20 rule when watching TV, reading, or using your phone. Spend 2 minutes practicing near and far focusing. Walk outside for at least 15 minutes. Just 14 days. Then ask yourself, do your eyes feel less tired? Is reading easier? Do your eyes feel less dry and less heavy at the end of the day? Leave a comment below and tell me what concerns you most about your vision. Is it blurry vision, dry eyes, poor night vision, or needing stronger glasses all the time? And if you want to join this 14-day challenge, comment "I'm in" so I know you are starting your journey to protect your eyes today. If this video was helpful, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about who may also be struggling with their vision. Because one small change today could help someone see more clearly for years to come.